Hey guys, so I got a bit of a surprise in the post today. I wasn't expecting this till the end of September, funnily enough. And excuse me nails, I've literally been out digging the garden, but I got that excited. I've just kind of briskly washed my hands and came in to have a look at this. The Unfolding Path Tarot. This is a Kickstarter deck. It came obviously in its box and it came wrapped in this like Starry Night paper, which is pretty. Out of the way. So it comes in a 2-piece box. I remember saying, I think she's done the add-on, like, you know, if they got so many, then they'd sell so many, they'd do a 2-piece box. So it's got this silver foiling on the front, which is very pretty. It's an unusual shaped box actually for a tarot deck, but I'm not mad at it. Inside it says Kickstarter edition 2022 and it's number 470. Unfolding Path Tarot. Don't know if you can actually even see that, it's just gleaming, isn't it? So there you are, that's like the sticker of authenticity. I've took it out of its wrapping in its little fold and that. Instead of a booklet you get a fold out. So it goes through all your different suits, and then I'm sure on the back it's it's your majors. So I've got that. So this is Welcome to the Unfolding Path Tarot, a colourful, emotive deck drawn from the diverse and beautiful world full of people just like you and I. To me, this tarot is like a parallel universe seen through a looking glass. Flowing gently beside us, the characters from the cards are our guides, whispering, encouraging and holding up a mirror for our self-reflection. I have tried to create a deck that is representative of the world around us and at the same time hold a mystical touch, a deck that hopefully will come to feel like a good friend. I trust the Unfolding Path Tarot will bring you both encouragement and guidance and will speak honest truth even when it's hard to hear. I think it says Athena. So there is that. And then inside the... I'm getting a peek there, aren't you? I've not actually looked through the card yet, so... Yeah, so it's a bit hard to get out with the foam there. I'm assuming you wouldn't keep the foam in. I don't know, is it stuck? No, it comes out. So the foam comes out if you wanted to just take it out and put it in a tarot bag and sit it in your box, which I think I will probably do. Well, that's good actually itself anyway, just for because you can actually push down and pull that out to get the cards out if you had them in there. So that is that. It's just plain back on the back. We will have a look at the guidebook in a minute. Well, the guide cards, should I say. Let's zoom us in a little bit. So this is the card backs. Very pretty. I might bring it up. Wondering how many people are surprised by this, getting this deck out. Honestly, I don't know why. I've had in my headset the end of September. For it. Okay, so that's the back of the cards. The edges are just white. And I like that it's got white space around it actually, because I've got a couple of decks. I mean, My Soul Whisper being one, and then the Roots and Wings Oracle, which are a lot of white space, and I find these quite difficult to pair. I mean, they're not, they go well by sense of meaning with other decks and stuff like that, but it would be nice to have just the white space deck, you know, with the white back on it, to be able to kind of pair those kind of decks up with. I apologise about the dogs outside. I apologise about my dogs outside, that's what I should be saying. So can we get in again? Let's see. So we've got the Fool. And I know it's very inclusive, this deck, which is one of the things that really drew me into it. We've got our Magician. We've got the basket in his hands. Quite literally, like the power is in his hands. I like that. Our High Priestess. And I love this. I love the fact that she's done an older lady for the High Priestess. And not a young and beautiful, because when we think of like the High Priestess, this is someone that's full of knowledge, isn't it? So it's somebody that's like kind of been around the block, knows a thing or two, and has been and seen and done things, you know, and is aware. 1 minute, sorry, my dog was going nuts, and it would actually drive me into a rage if they continue doing that. So we've got our High Priestess, as I was saying. So you've got everything that you need. You've got, you know, your pomegranate, you've got a scroll, you've got the triple goddess kind of moon signs, everything that we need. I love this. I don't know if you can see it really clear. Isn't that fantastic? I love it. I'm excited. I'm really excited about it. Especially when we get to, I think it's the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups, you'd think like a younger person, wouldn't you? Oh, wait till we get to the Page of Cups. I love him. That's what made me, I think it was the Page of Cups that made me buy this deck, to be honest with you. So here we've got our Empress. She's nice and pregnant. She's got a big belly going. She's got all the stars in her hair. She's got the wheat in her hair. She's got all the flowers around her. Everything to show that she's kind of our Empress here. Our Emperor. So a lot more structured. He's got a lot more structure to him. He's a lot more formal looking, whereas she's more, you know, a little bit kind of wild and free. He's more structured, so I like that. They're good companions, and they actually go well together as well, don't they? Let me get you up. Yeah, they go well together. So he's got his usual bits and bobs around him. So you'd know that was your Emperor. You've obviously got the Aries signs in the corner, your Ram's heads in the corners. There's probably stuff in this deck that I'm going to miss because I'm not really clued up on all the little, like, especially if anything to do with signs like this come up, it goes above my head, that beyond me. So I'm the same with the ones where they bring in all like the horoscopes and the moons and all the planets and stuff like that. It's just so many things to learn, and I'm not there yet. Here we've got our Hierophant. I love him. He's got his keys. He's got his whatever that is. I don't know what it's called, but I can never get the word out of my face. Was that someone you'd go to for a bit of advice? Was that someone that would offer advice as well without you really having to ask? He has that kind of face. So the Lovers. Now what I like about this, I'm assuming it's like male and female. But it's kind of ambiguous, isn't it? So is it male? Is it female and female? What is it, you know? It's a bit ambiguous, isn't it? I like that. It's a bit of a play on the card. Still got like the fruit and everything else going in the background. See, this is what I'm saying, you know, when they've got, and I'm sure, if I look these up, I'm sure I would find that they've got meanings to them. But if you look on her, sorry, excuse me now, honest to God, I should have like really scrubbed my hands before I'd done this. If you look on her, she's got like all these tattoo kind of things going down her arm, and I'm sure there's meaning in there that you could grasp from that. And we've got our Chariot, riding the white tiger. That's gorgeous as well, isn't it? So I'm assuming that means that like she's water, the Chariot's obviously water, Cancer, yeah. So you've got like the downward, I don't know if you better see it, like the arrow on a foot, downward arrow, triangle, sorry, on a foot. But there'll be a few little hidden gems like that in it. So we've got strength. I like that she's not fighting the lion. I like that she's not like kind of manhandling. Never understood that, like kind of strength, and it's supposed to be about coming together and like kind of learning to kind of be in sync and harmony with each other, and then you've got someone wrangling a bleeding lion. Beautiful. I don't know why I've started doing them the other way. Then we've got our hermit. She's got a 6-pointed, or her 6-pointed star. I like that as a woman actually. She's there, she's got a crystal on. She's got quite the quiet expression, you know, like, but the expressions on the faces. I don't know, where's the camera? They have really good expression on the faces of these. Our hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Again, there will be meanings in this. I'm 100% sure of it. But I like this because it's almost like kind of poised and it is ready to receive. I've got Justice. I like that she's in a red dress actually on this. You know, like instead of being like kind of courty looking, but she's in a red dress, and like red like kind of gives us this air of authority. Or gives off her air of authority, so I like that. I've got the Hanged. Just says the hanged. Not even hanged man or hanged woman, just hanged. I like that she's hanging from a tire there. So it's almost like a yoga pose, isn't it? Or some kind of aerial tricks kind of pose there. Intentional, almost. You get the idea of intentionality behind it, because we're not always hung out to dry, are we? Sometimes we're intentionally kind of taking a step out or taking a step back, or kind of not martyring it. Well, yeah, martyring ourselves, kind of. We know something's not going to work out, so we just like kind of hang back from it and kind of let it go. We don't keep making moves on it, so I like that one. Got that one stuck. We've got Death. You always get like the lavasket kind of effect there, even though I know it's probably not intentional. It might be intentional, I don't know, but you get like night and day as well, the idea of night and day. You've got the flowers there showing new birth, or like new life. You know, from death comes new life. I like that. Temperance. Ooh, I love her. I like that she's doing the peace signs as well and not actually holding the cups. I like that. And then you've got the upward triangles there showing it's a fire, because this is Sagittarius card. So obviously the rest of these will be through there, but as I say, I'm not that clued up to be able to point them all out. We have the Devil. I like this. I like this because he's quite literally offering you the chain to put on yourself. It's like he's offering you, like, come on, get, you know, come and have a go with this. And it's whether you're going to go with it and whether you're going to get entangled or entrapped into it. Like that. I didn't even look. There's one thing I could say. I didn't actually, when I'd seen the Kickstarter, there's a few cards that I'd seen and I absolutely adored them, and I didn't want to ruin it for myself or see a card, you know, that might have put me off or anything like that. So I held back from looking at them all. So I'm honestly, some of these are brand new to me. I've got our tower. She looks quite peaceful in that tower card, doesn't she? So as she jumped, was she pushed? Was she thrown? She looks quite peaceful. And again, in red, so red has this sense of authority again. So it's like, you know, it's telling you to kind of take control of a situation that you've got no control over, but try to find control in it. And that could be with letting go of stuff, can't it? That could be with like, with choosing not to cling to something that's coming down. That could be choosing to jump away from it and choosing to move on from it. So having that authority of self in situations that we can't control. So I like that. We've got the star. Oh, she's pretty. Oh, I like that one. They're very emotive, aren't they? Aren't they very emotive, the faces? I'm not even sure because I didn't want to keep seeing the card, so I didn't even keep a track. I know she obviously smashed her goals. I think this deck is going to be something that is going to come out. I don't know if she'll do it mass market. I don't know if because she's done other decks as well. I think she has gone mass market with a few of them. Could be wrong, but I don't. If this does come out mass market, this is gonna be a smash. I guarantee it. Absolutely guarantee it. I like that she's very neutral as well, even right down to the hair. Just very neutral, and like with white hair there, it's giving me this idea of peace and calm. I love that. So we have our moon card. So I like this because we don't really know what's going on in it, and that's the whole idea behind the moon card, isn't it? That we don't really know what's going on with it. I like that she's got like the little cloryfish thing, whatever it is, on her arm as a tattoo. We still get this idea of a path going through, like going up towards the moon. Is she laying in the water? I don't know. Is she? Is she the one that's emerging from the water, where the crayfish would be? Pulling them all up in one go now. Our moon. I've got the sun. I like this. I like that it's a guy on the card as well. Usually it's like either a woman or a child or a baby. I like that it's a guy on it. I like that he's got flowers in his hair and all the rest of that. It gives like an idea of stepping in, you know, being comfortable with who they are and stepping into like their feminine side as well as the masculine. Yeah, I like that. Judgment. Again, I get like the sense of, especially with like the kind of bluey whitey eyes and the feathers as well. I get this sense of like kind of pure air piece from that card. I've got the third eye space there lit up. And then we've got the world. 120 minutes, so I'll speed up once we get through the pages. So it's a bit of a play on like the standard world. We still get this idea of cycles with this rose or this flower encircling her. And instead of like animals or anything in the corners, we're getting the signs. Which looks confident. Okay. Let me move these out of the way because I guarantee my table's on a bit of a slant, so I guarantee they'll come to a point where they start slipping. Although, because the mat, they're quite, it's not quite rose petal, but kind of. It's feels nice. So we've got the ace. Two of Wands. Three of Wands. Four. Five. And that's kind of making like a pentagram in it as well with all the wands there. Six of Wands. Seven of Wands. And she looks fierce, doesn't she? Eight of Wands. Our 9. I'm noticing they're all got kind of pinkish tints to the backgrounds as well on the wands. Pinkish red it is. 10. Struggle is real. Trying to get all them wands up the stairs. Page. Knight. Queen. Ooh, she looks fierce, doesn't she? With the black cat. It's almost like these magical stars coming falling down and the cat looks like it's playing. Oh, that's cute. The cat looks like it's playing with the stars. Look at her, she's almost got like kind of tribally makeup on. Got the war paint on, ready to take anything on. And our king. Do you know what? They're so emotive. Aren't they emotive? Look at his face. He's got like a proper cheeky looking face. He looks like he's about to start having a laugh with you, doesn't he? That's our wands, so we're into the cups. So we've got our Ace of Cups. Oops. 2. Our 3. There's more, straight away, one thing I'm noticing straight away is there's more diversity through the cups. I'm imagining it. Yeah, no, there's more diversity. There's more mixes of races going on through the cups, which I like. 4. Look at his face. Yeah, he ain't having it as a... This is so emotive. I love this. 5. Ah. I think this deck will really get you. You know, if you actually spent a minute looking at the faces, this deck could really get you in the feels. I mean, like when I'm looking through this now, there's a lot of these cards I've never seen before, but I'm going through it quick just to get like the video done. And I'm just focusing in on the faces, to be honest with you. So I'll probably sit and have a good nosy over the whole card after I've done this, but just to let you have a look. But if you just focus on the faces, you can kind of see what the card is about. It's crackers. I love it. It's really good. I've got our 6, 7, 8, hitting the road, 9. Ooh, I like that she's got a bit of age to her. I like that. I like that she's got a bit of age to her. But look at her face. Look at the faces in this. This deck is amazing. This would be a really fantastic deck to learn with, just purely from like kind of picking up on the facial emotions. And then we've got our 10. Here he is. This card sold me this deck. This Page of Cups sold me this deck. I think this is absolutely amazing. Absolutely, this is like the best card out of all of the decks that I've got, honestly. I work with older people though as well, so I work out in the community with older people, so I'm kind of down with like the oldies. And this, you know, when we think about people getting serious as they get older, I know a lot of older people who are just I mean, they're still kids in their own heads, you know. This is amazing. This is just amazing. One sec. I thought someone was about to hit my car. I'm getting a bit too close for comfort there. So yeah, this page, I love it. I love that he's surrounded with goldfish and the fish are leaping out the cup. I love it as this old guy, and look at his face. Just look at his face. He's like giddy. I just love it. I love it. I love that. And yeah, all the cups are kind of surrounded by like turquoisey, greeny blues. The Knight of Cups, Don Juan. He's got a little fish on his top there, but yeah, Mr. Suave. And he looks it, doesn't he? But it won't melt. We've got our Queen. I like that she's a fuller figure. I like that she looks confident with that. Yeah, I really love this deck. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Our King. Look at him with his like moccasins and no socks on. I like that he's on top of the water though. I like that he's actually sat in the water, but he's not being phased by it. See his face. Yeah, his face is kind of like, you know, like he's, you know, yeah, but I'm not getting too involved. Typical King of Cups. So we're into the swords. So here we have our Ace of Swords. Our Two of Swords. I like this because she's still blindfolded. There is the water behind. I kind of like that she's holding the swords up and down and not straight across. It's showing that she's kind of already in thought. She's already kind of connecting. My dogs start kicking off now. I'll have to pause it again. We've got a Three of Swords. Oh, look at her face. Mascara all down her face. These are so emotive. I love this. Number 4. Stepping back, taking a rest, having a break. And she looks quite peaceful in it. I like that she looks quite peaceful in it. One sec. I like that she looks really peaceful. Really at peace. And I like the directionality of her as well, because if you were doing a past, present, future kind of spread and, you know, this come up, she's kind of in a peaceful phase. Still protective of herself, but she's like kind of facing towards the future. So I like that. 5. She's a bit tattered and worn, doesn't she? She doesn't look that happy though, does she, either? So winning at what cost? 6. No, I love this. I don't know if you can make him out, but there's a little dog. She's got a little dog with her in there. So she's got a bag of stuff. She's got a sword, which is her thoughts, and, you know, taking thoughts with her and stuff like that, and carrying things with her that she probably should leave behind. But she's got a little doggy in there, and is she the one that's going to be pushing them along? You know, she's got a dog in the boat, making sure everything that's held dear to her is safe, and she's moving into calmer waters. But is she the one that's kind of pushing the issue? Is she the one that's pushing them forward? Taking care of her own. Taking care of what has meaning to her. 7. Well, that's definitely a trickster up to no good, isn't it? Or is it Zorro? But we get the standard, like, kind of carrying the 5 swords, 2 left behind. Our 8. Oh, I like this one. I like the fact that she's got her eyes open and she actually ain't bound, is she? No, she's not bound. So she's not bound, she's just kind of stuck there. She feels like she's bound. She feels entrapped when she's not. Prison of her own making. Our 9. Bit of despair there. I'm sure we've all been there at some point. Our 10. Bit gruesome. But she's not down. She's you know, she's getting. It's actually, is she getting up? Is she pulling herself away? What's she doing in this card? But she's not down. No matter how many knives someone puts in your back or something happens that seems to be weighing into your back, you can always get yourself up and move on from it. It's time to like kind of release it. Let it go. Learn that it's not for you. Our page. Like that, they've got a book there, so they're obviously into the learning and the knowledge. Our knight. Look at his face. Oh. Oh, I can't. I was going to say what it's reminded me of, but I can't just in case they watch this. Oh. But yeah, she looks quite mischievous as well, doesn't it? Some fella's being quite poser. Not ready for action. Our queen looks fierce. Oh, she ain't taking no nonsense. Again with the blues and the purples in the background. This deck is absolutely stunning. And our king. See, he looks like he's gonna, you know, he's gonna help you out. He's gonna tell you what you need to hear, but might not go about it the nicest way. Might not be the most approachable. And then we've got our pentacles, so our final suit. So the Ace of Pentacles. And you've got the symbols there for Earth. 2. I've not seen this guy, but this reminds me of something and I can't think what it is. It's like, ooh. What does this card make me think of them? I think it's like, I don't know if you know the band Prodigy. No, the group Prodigy. Like one of their videos, I think it's Voodoo Hoodoo People. That's what come in my head. Then just the dress, you know, like with the hat on and the way that they're dressed and kind of, yeah, it made me, took me head to that video for some reason. So 3. Putting in the work. Just kind of showing it, because obviously like the bees are pollinating like the fruits and the fruits are feeding the bees, and then it's making the honey, so it's showing like kind of this working together and coming out with something, you know, achieving something at the end of it, and everybody working together and getting what they need out of it. Four. Holding on tight to his resources. 5. Oh, look at his face. You see it? Aren't they emotive? Our 6. Do you know what I like about this? It's not giving us this air of like kind of, yeah, it could be about kind of gifting or helping someone, but not in a derogatory way, like not in a you're worse off than me or I'm above you in some kind of way, or look at me, I'm giving, you know, I'm doing things. It don't give off the negative kind of aspect of the 6 of Pentacles, which some of the cards, some of the decks do. Like you look at it and it's like a beggar and someone like kind of lording it, kind of tossing money at them or something, and it gives off a bit of a negative vibe when it doesn't always have to be. So I like that play on it on this one. We've got our 7. She's got a seedling in her hand. So it's like she's got to put the work in to make the seedling grow. So if she wants the sunflowers, if she wants to create. Our 8. Our I think ballerina or dancer. I was going to say balancerina. Ballerina or dancer, but you think about like being ballerinas, how much work and training and effort and how much pain and suffering go into it. But then at the end of it, when they're trained and when they've learned, they're so beautiful. They do something so elegantly and so beautiful. So I like that. I like the play on that. Like, it may take a lot of blood, sweat and tears, a lot of pain, but you will get there. When you get there, it'll be something stunning and something that you've achieved. Our 9 with this peacock. I like that it's a guy as well on this instead of a woman. What he looks well to do. It looks like he's taking care of himself. He's quite happy and proud about what he's achieved. So yeah. And our 10. See, I like this one as well because it's not overly done in the sense of where, you know, you get some 10 of cups and some 10 of pentacles where they're really overdone, where it's like too much happiness. It's giving off the air of too much happiness, whereas this is quite just a contented family kind of situation and like generational. In a pleasant way, not in a it's too much, it's a bit fake, it's just a family get together, do you know what I mean? So I like that about it. Our page working his coin. Our knight is female, isn't she? I think it is. Which is creating. I better get these up now. Our queen. What's going on with the face? Oh, she's got a rabbit there. Got all the apples around and the pears showing abundance. I like that she's quite natural as well at the same time. Like, she's got flowers, she's got fruit, she's got one coin in her hand. She's not kind of smothered in jewels and stuff like that, but she's quite content. She's earthy. It feels earthy. I like that. Very pretty. And our king. He just looks like a boss, doesn't he? CEO. And I like the difference between these as well, where it's all like kind of nurturing and abundance, like kind of in a pretty kind of way. For the queen, it's kind of prettied up. For the king, it is more structured. You know, like everything's a bit more structured. It's a very emperor-y kind of feel to him, like kind of owning it. CEO, someone that's not messing about, or yeah, I absolutely love this deck. Let's see if I can shuffle it. And I'm not very good at shuffling this way, but it's usually because the decks are too big for my hands and this one fits. So let's see how we do. It's like that matte finish where it's a bit sticker, but it's not rose petal-y. I feel like it's something that would wear in. So I feel like the shuffling would definitely get better on it. See, that's not bad. That's not bad. Let's see if a hand in. Definitely does better for me that way. Right, let's pick a card and read what she says. It's not a very in-depth guidebook by any means, but I'm sure there's enough there to. So we've got the Fool. So for the Fool, we have potential, beginnings, innocence, blank slate, optimism, spontaneity, free spirit, inexperience. And what more do you need, really? And what more do you need than that? It's kind of giving you a bit of everything, isn't it? And from the card itself, you're also getting like the idea of change, of innocence with the balloon. See, them flowers are the creamy white, but even so, I'm still like in her hair and behind her, I'm still getting this idea of innocence. I love it. Absolutely love it. I don't think this would fan very well. I say that just because it is, yeah, no, it's quite sticky. It might be something that kind of comes into its own the more you use it, but so for now, this has been the Unfolding Path Tarot. And definitely, I'm assuming, I should have checked really, I'm assuming she will have pre-orders up for this, being able to pre-order it after the Kickstarter campaign had finished. So if you're interested, definitely take a look. I just had to pause on to find the website details. So you've got www.athenaarcana.com, and there's the Instagram information. Let me see if we can focus on it. So it's Insta, so it's Athena_Arcana on Instagram. Athene, sorry, I keep saying Athena. So that's the information. If you want to go and get yourself a copy of this deck, it's absolutely stunning, so emotive. I'm really looking forward to diving into this one. And this was a complete surprise to me, as I say. I was expecting this months away. I weren't expecting this now. So I'm really, really happy. Really happy. Okay, all right, thank you very much. Bye-bye.